Republican Representative Liz Cheney is facing an uphill battle in her primary race to retain her seat. A Trump-backed opponent, of course, is leading in the polls. Trump has targeted Cheney because, of course, she's not just serving on the January 6th committee, but she also impeached him. So Liz Cheney decided to pull out the big guns, and she got her daddy, old Dick Cheney, to cut an ad for her where he brutally attacked Donald Trump. And just take a look at old Dick Cheney telling us what he thinks about Donald Trump. Here it is.
In our nation's 246-year history, there has never been an individual who is a greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump. He tried to steal the last election using lies and violence to keep himself in power after the voters had rejected him. He is a coward. A real man wouldn't lie to his supporters. He lost his election, and he lost big. I know it, he knows it, and deep down, I think most Republicans know it. Lynn and I are so proud of Liz for standing up for the truth, doing what's right, honoring her oath to the Constitution, when so many in our party are too scared to do so. Liz is fearless. She never backs down from a fight. There is nothing more important she will ever do than lead the effort to make sure Donald Trump is never again near the Oval Office. And she will succeed. I am Dick Cheney. I proudly voted for my daughter. I hope you will too.
I'm Liz Cheney, and I approve this message.
The single person that poses the greatest threat to the United States, Dick Cheney says, is Donald Trump. And of course, he adds that Donald Trump is a coward. Now, I'm not going to disagree with him on the coward part. And I think there is an argument, obviously, to be made that Trump does, in fact, pose the single greatest threat of any individual to the United States. Again, there's an argument to be made. It is debatable, I do think. But, Dick, let's stop acting like the administration you were a part of didn't also steal an election, okay? Y'all intervened at the Supreme Court, got them to rule that Florida had to stop counting the votes, and that's what handed you and George W. the White House. So I'd say that classifies as a stolen election. I mean, you guys didn't win the popular vote in 2000 either. Not to mention the fact that then you guys went on to preside over the greatest terrorist attack on United States soil in American history. Then, of course, you launched a war based on lies that killed more than 1 million people, put us in a 20-year quagmire, and committed war crimes all across the globe with torture, your so-called enhanced interrogation, the CIA black sites, all of these horrible things that you did. And of course, you shot your friend in the face when you were hunting because you couldn't tell the difference between him and, I think, a bird? So I don't know that you should be the one out there acting as the face of the Liz Cheney campaign. Right? You've got more skeletons in your closet, let's be honest, than Donald Trump does. And that is exactly what Donald Trump's allies have been pointing out ever since this clip came out on Thursday, including Steve Bannon, who lashed out at Dick Cheney as a war criminal, called him out for starting the war based on lies, killing 1 million people. So Bannon, again, not wrong about that. But then again, Dick's not quite wrong about the danger that Donald Trump poses. But again, let's not whitewash American history. Let's not rehab the image of anyone with the last name of Cheney just because they dislike the same person that we do. Again, just because we have a common enemy doesn't mean we have common goals. It doesn't mean we have anything else at all in common. Dick Cheney, by pretty much every measure except, of course, for arrest and conviction, helped his administration commit war crimes. And we shouldn't just sit here and act like, oh, good, he hates Trump. Great, we're best friends now. No, we're not. Dick Cheney should be serving time in prison. He shouldn't be out cutting campaign ads for his daughter. Yet here we are. This is what the Republican Party is. The new Republicans, right? The MAGA type, out there attacking Dick Cheney as some kind of moderate rhino Republican, when in reality, Dick Cheney and George W. Bush are the ones who helped put America on the path to giving us Donald Trump. And I know Dick is terrified looking at this Frankenstein's monster out there saying, oh my God, what have we done? Except for the fact that, of course, he doesn't want to take responsibility for it. He wants to act like everything was great and wonderful when he was in office, and that suddenly it only went downhill when Trump rolled around. That ain't what happened, bud. You personally, Dick Cheney, put us on this path. You may not like Donald Trump, but if it weren't for you and George W., we would never have had to have dealt with Donald Trump as president. You paved that road for America. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.